Darkness is the awakened version of the Dark Knight. Her skills are some of the prettiest skill animations I've seen in any class so far. She comes equipped with 6 super armors, loads of AoE skills. She has knockups, knockdowns, stuns, dazes. She looks like she's just going to be one badass character. Her evasive ability, she even turns into a Wisp and teleports super far if you activate all of them pretty quickly. For her main and offhand weapons, she comes equipped with a Bedant magic sword for her main and her offhand. So her main is a Bedant and her offhand is a magic sword. They're just like kind of swords that float to her, or, you know, by her side, magic swords. She doesn't actually carry them. They do look pretty cool. Similar to the Shadow and the Void Knight, the Darkness class does use Fury, which is needed for the Black Spirit skills. Fury can be obtained through her skills, and then it's the only place that so far that I see that you use it is through her Black Spirit skills. They do require Fury to use them. I know the big one does require all of the Fury, and the little one just requires like 20%. And to get the Fury back, you just got to cast some skills. Every time you use skills, it does regenerate Fury, which refreshes your Fury bar, so that way you can cast your Black Spirit skills. For the branch damages, you can see the branch damage options right there. I'm missing one skill for the branch damage options, and I'm not by any means saying these are the best. I just know you guys asked to see what the branch damage options were for each skill. I will also cover the branch damages as I go through each skill. Up next, I'm going to cover each skill in detail for the Darkness class. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure you check out the description down below for additional badass Black Desert mobile content. You won't be disappointed. With that being said, let's dive right in. The first skill for the Darkness class has a high damage output for most first skills. It's called Desert Erosion, comes with 1 charge on a 5-second cooldown time. It does 320% damage times 5, which is 1600% damage. It does regenerate 2 magic/fury on successful hit. For its sub-skills, it increases your attack power by +20 for 10 seconds on hit, and it burns a target for 60 damage every second for 3 seconds, which is a total of 180 damage. As you can see here, this skill is going to be really good for PvE, and if you can knock the target down, it can be successful for PvP and Node Wars. Overall, this is a pretty decent first skill for the Darkness class. The next skill is called Last Breath. This is a pretty sweet looking skill. Comes with 2 charges and a 6-second cooldown time. It does 385% damage times 4, which is 1540% total damage. You do regenerate 2 magic/fury on successful hit. You get super armor while using a skill. It has a daze on successful hit. For its branch damages, you can either choose between Serret or Lebrev. For its sub-skills, it has a 10% increased range on the skill, and it has -20 AP on target for 10 seconds. Now, the skill doesn't have a whole lot of range. It's like mid-range. Even with that 10% increased range, it's not going to be as far as some skills like Razor Wind and Doom Vortex, but it does have a lot of damage tied to it. It does have a decent radius for that skill, and it has medium range. Overall, I do like that skill a lot. Blood Feast is coming in as the next skill. You do get 2 charges on a 7-second cooldown time. It does 375% damage times 3, which is 1125% total damage. You do regenerate 2 magic/fury on hit. You get super armor while using a skill, and a knockdown on successful hit. For its branch damages, you can choose between AAL or AHIB. And for its sub-skills, it does heal you for 60 HP healed per hit. At 3 hits, that's 180 HP healed, and it does increase your defensive power by +20 for 10 seconds. Now, that heal is not a very huge heal, but it is one of the heals for the Darkness class. It is a pretty decent skill. It's got medium range again. It's going to be great for PvE, and with that super armor and knockdown, it's also going to be good for PvP. Darkness Slash is the second hardest hitting skill for the Darkness class. You get 2 charges on a 7-second cooldown time. It does 432% damage on 4 hits, which is 1728% damage. You also regenerate 3 magic regen or fury on successful hit. You do get super armor while using the skill and a knockdown on successful hit. For its branch damage, it's coming with a Serret or AHIB options, and for its sub-skills, it has -20 DP on target for 10 seconds. Overall, this skill is going to be required for PvE or PvP. It's just very good at clearing mobs for PvE, and then with that super armor and that knockdown, kind of like the last skill, it's going to be great for PvP. So definitely make sure you put this skill in your arsenal. Disposable Arts is the next skill's name, or at least that's what it translated to. The skill comes with 2 charges on a 7-second cooldown time. It does 400% damage on a maximum of 4 hits, which is 1600% total damage. Now, it does only regenerate 1 magic/fury on hit, which is less than every other skill. For its branch damages, you can choose between AAL or Seret. And for its subskills, it does apply a bleed of 60 damage per second for 3 seconds, which is a total of 180 damage. It does also reduce the target's movement speed by -5% for 10 seconds. And then for its third subskill, you do gain 1 extra charge on the skill, taking it from 2 initial charges to 3 initial charges with that 7-second cooldown time. Swift Slash is coming in as the next skill. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, only at 550% max damage there. You get 1 charge on a 5-second cooldown time. It regenerates 2 magic or fury on hit. Now you get super armor while using the skill and a stun on successful hit. It does not have any branch damages, but this skill is definitely required for PvP. This is going to be your dash in there. You get super armor while you're dashing, and it stuns the target. So you can dash in there, stun the target, and then combo them up with one of the higher percentage damage output skills that you have in your arsenal. For its subskills, it does do a 60 bleed damage per second for 3 seconds, which is 180 damage, and it has plus 20 DP on target for 10 seconds. Seed of Hatred is going to be required for pretty much all scenarios. Grinding, PvP, Node War, Siege Wars. This skill comes with 1 charge on a 12-second cooldown time. It does 1430% damage. You regenerate 3 magic/fury. You get super armor while using the skill and a knock up on successful hit. For the branch damages, you get AAL and Seret. And for its subskills, it comes with 5% increased crit chance for 10 seconds for you, a 10% range increase on the skill, and for its third subskill, it has 3-second cooldown reduction on the skill, taking it from 12-second cooldown time to a 9-second cooldown time. This skill has some serious range to it. So it's got some serious range, it's got some serious damage, and for the skills, you can see here, it's got some decent radius on that skill. So you're going to knock a lot of targets out, especially if it's mass PvP. The next skill is going to be definitely required for PvP. For PvE, you could probably get away with not using it, depends on your makeup. It's called Phantom Charge. You get it comes with 1 charge on a 10-second cooldown time. Does 165% damage times 5, which is 825% total damage. You get super armor while using the skill, and it regenerates 2 magic/fury on hit. There is no branch damages tied to this skill. For its subskills, it increases your crit chance by 5% for 10 seconds. It reduces the target's movement speed by 5% for 10 seconds, and has a skill cost reduction by 2 seconds, taking the skill from 10 seconds to an 8-second cooldown time. The next skill is probably a wrong translation, but it is what I got. It's called Despenality. It comes with 1 charge on a 10-second cooldown time. Now this is the heaviest hitting ability for the Darkness class. It does 175% damage times 2, which is 1750% max damage. You do regenerate 3 magic regen fury on hit. It does also apply a knock-up on successful hit. For its subskills, it reduces the target's movement speed by 5% for 10 seconds. It also applies a bleed of 60 bleed damage per second for 3 seconds, which is 180 total damage, and has a skill cost reduction by 3 seconds, taking this skill from 10 second to 7-second cooldown time. As you can see here, this skill is going to be great for PvP. It's going to offer that knock-up, which allows you to combo them up with some other skills. For PvE, you probably get away without using it. Vedir's Grudge is the ultimate for the Darkness class. Now, I don't have it unlocked, so I can't tell you the subskills or the branch damages. However, it does come with 2 charges on an 8-second cooldown time. It does 340% damage times 4, which is 1360% damage. It does regenerate 3 magic regen fury on hit, and it does have a bound on target. Like I said, I don't have it unlocked, so I'm not sure the range on this skill, but if this skill, has medium range, it could be very viable for nodes and guild wars, and for grinding as well. The heal skill for the Darkness class is called Disaster Replay. It comes with 1 charge on a 120-second cooldown time. You recover 100 HP every 2 seconds for 10 seconds, which is 500 HP total. It restores 20 magic/fury when you use it. It does also increase your movement speed by 10% for 30 seconds, increases your attack power by plus 40 for 30 seconds, it reduces your evasive time by 2 seconds, and for its subskills, it has the standard Black Spirit Rage increase by 2% for 30 seconds, and a 10% crit hit damage increase for 30 seconds. That is all of the skills for the Darkness class, and I also went over the evasive ability, the black spirit skills, and the branch damages. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that like button because you guys love me. And with that being said, I will see you next time.